Hello, hello, my sacred friends. It is so beautiful to be back again with more energy medicine with Holy Fire Reiki this time. I'm just gonna turn our beautiful music down a bit here. Yes. So this is about the second time I've been live pretty much all summer. Can we still call it summer? It's starting to feel like fall. I mean, I know fall. I know it really is summer, but I feel like we're already in that junction of the equinox coming up. Yes, but it is so lovely to be here again, this time again with a Holy Fire healing, the Heavenly Banquet Hall experience. So there's so many things that I adore about Holy Fire, and just one of them is that the energy is very similar, if not the same, right? Source energy, but then with the frequency codes. And even though I was gifted the downloads and the activations for the frequency codes before I was introduced to Holy Fire, it was absolutely the Holy Fire activations, experience, ignitions that empowered me and guided me really, like step by step, synchronicity by synchronicity, to really being able to fulfill my role as someone who offers, anchors in and keeps these beautiful frequencies of the codes and is able to bring them into these planes. It wasn't until after Holy Fire that I really got out of my own way to be able to present them. And so so the energy is very similar. It's all involved with sacred Christ consciousness, sacred higher dimensional frequencies. And I've talked about this before in writing, you know, my epics that I write for you guys, how Holy Fire wasn't channeled into this realm until 2014, but Holy Fire itself, Holy Fire Reiki, wasn't channeled into this realm until 2014. Holy Fire itself, it just like Source is of course eternal. I mean, there's tons of, in many different cultures that speak about, and you can see it in the art, the rings of Holy Fire, that have been emblazoned with this very powerful, very warm and nurturing, all-encompassing energy. So the 2014 though introduction is literally why I understand that this came through with my own study and merging into Holy Fire, is that we were ready, right? We went through the powerful transition in 2012 to really get us into this time where our bodies, our minds, our souls are ready to merge with our higher selves, our higher experiences. And it was known by the Ascended Masters, because this is way beyond just Christ consciousness and Source. It's the Order of Light, the Brotherhood and the Sisterhood of Light. That's another thing that was so fascinating when I went to study, is when William Rand is the channeler of this, the creator of Holy Fire. And when I went to study this and he started talking about like the Brotherhood of the Light, honestly, it wasn't that many people at that point that I felt were discussing specifically this faction. It is the Order of Melchizedek, it's the Brotherhood of the Light. So it was so fascinating that I was intimately working with this, and then it's like, of course I was drawn to Holy Fire, and of course Holy Fire is ready for us. That's what it is. We're ready for, let me switch that, we're ready for Holy Fire. We're able to receive it. It's all about those wavelengths and those vibrations, right? My friends, hello to everybody hopping on. I'm so blessed to have you here today, really, and to be sharing this. It's yes, there's a reason why I share Holy Fire, the reason why I share the frequency codes, even though I'm an energy medicine teacher and I love all things energy. There's reasons why these are the two forms that I bring forth. They're so powerful. so touching. They fill you up with yourself, with source, with your memories of who you are and what you can do here on the plane. So yeah, so we on a vibrational level are starting, the entire planet, you but also the collective, is able to receive and hear and understand this type of purified energy. And that's just so beautiful. And you know, I feel we should just go into it more and more and more. It's almost like a yes, please. You know, thank you for this access to our unconditional, authentic selves. So yeah, it just fills me up. And I know, like, every time I do a session, every time I hold a class, that I get to pass on that same loving, sacred energy that reaches you to your core. Let me talk real briefly about, because speaking of filling you up to your core, what I want to do is talk real briefly about the 4 tenets of Holy Fire Reiki, and then we'll go into the actual Heavenly Banquet Hall experience. Such a sacred one. There's several of these sessions, basically like Reiki sessions, but far more potent and personal, if you will. Thank you. Bring me more. Yes, Brad. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, Catherine. Hello, everyone. Thank you. Bring me more. That's literally it. I love this experience. Please bring me more. Speaking of that, these 4 tenets is literally what we want more of. So healing. Holy Fire's, one of its beautiful tenets is healing, because of course it's kind of what we know, like with traditional Reiki, Asui Reiki, which is also very beautiful when you study in this class, that you do learn the powerful traditional Asui Reiki, because it's wonderful lineages. We learn so many Japanese Reiki techniques. And so the healing tenet of why people know Reiki, why it's so popular today, what it can do for our lives. Reiki is in over 800 hospitals now. Did you know that? Just in the US. That's amazing for Western medicine to be introduced and accepted inside Western medicine establishments, because it's extremely healing. Now, Holy Fire really takes this to another 10 levels, because what Holy Fire does is has a way to reach down to the dormant self, which I even say is like below the subconscious self, right? So low lockdown. These are negative traits, wounds, traumas, conditionings that we had to repress. So many things that are so far locked down in your tissues, in your mind, in the, you know, below the subconscious, that it's so hard to heal them because you don't even know that they're there. When Holy Fire Reiki was introduced to William and his students and his teachers that he passed this on to, they were seeing left and right that conditioned what we call like loop cycles, right? Or patterns, is like, oh, why can't I heal this thing? Well, it's because you weren't ever really getting to the core of it, right? The Reiki might have been making them feel better, patches, if you will, you know, patches and band-aids, and yes, and it did so much, but it didn't solve it. It didn't remove it from the body and the psyche. So Holy Fire, what they witnessed was like, oh my goodness, like this is resolving issues that we weren't able to really reach with Reiki. And this is coming from masters who have been studying and teaching this for over 3 decades. It's probably getting close to 4 now, with William and many of his teachers as well. So the way that it reaches you to the core, the things that you don't even know that are there, how are you going to heal them if you don't know they're there? Holy Fire comes in and has done that. I'm not going to get into my own stories because I want to get you into this session real quick, but I can share some after. Very, very powerful, the way it's like, oh, I had no idea that's actually what I needed to heal about that thing, and now I don't ever have this right shoulder pain again, and I haven't had it for about 1.5 years. Okay, healing. Amazing. Who doesn't want that to the core healing? Purification is one of the next tenets. So intimately wrapped with healing, right? The true purification of our cellular bodies that reaches up to our soul level. So the energy body, when I go into people's energy bodies, it's so interesting because there's literally stagnancies and like mucky parts, and then there's like walls, and then layers and layers and layers and layers and layers of conditioning. It's very interesting to work in people's energy bodies, my own as well. I have this one spot where it's like, okay, this is what we're working on now, right? Took care of the shoulder, now I'm working on this other area, allowing it to get to those deeper, deeper, deeper parts. So purification is really like allowing us to access that divine original blueprint that we talk about, which isn't as easy as we just spread these words out, right? Because we exist in a 3D plane. We are humans. We've had the conditionings, right? We're all decades old now. We have the conditioning, and we need to get back to understanding ourselves as whole, pure, sacred, shining ones. And this does it. And it purifies the home, the space, your realities. Now, these are the tenets of growing spiritually that not everyone is always comfortable with, because when we purify our lives, sometimes that means the relationship we were kind of putting up with but shouldn't have been leaves. The job does not work out anymore. You weren't going to quit, so maybe you get fired, because it's purifying your life. It's aligning you with your destiny and your path. But when things are crumbling, right, when the tower is falling, it doesn't always look so, it doesn't feel pretty either. I will always choose healing no matter what, right? Been doing this for a while. I understand the things that need to fall away, and I understand the emotions and the heart and sometimes even the physical pain that comes with that. I will still always choose myself, my highest self. So purification, it really has a way of helping you get past things that you probably weren't or even able to really take care of yourself. So body, mind, soul, life. So beautiful. Empowerment, no, guidance. Let's talk guidance next. So guidance is the third tenet, because so we're healing our lives, right? We're healing ourselves deep down on a core level, energy and physical, with this. Allowing our lives, our minds, like the constant mind, monkey mind that goes, we're allowing all of that to be purified in our entire life. So when we're starting to walk this healing path, it's literally the most common thing I ever hear is like, oh, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, or like, I don't know my soul path. I don't know what I'm here for, right? Nobody does. You walk the path, and with Holy Fire especially, when you daily ask for the guidance, you work and you emblazon yourself with these frequencies. It's like there's always a light on ahead of you. You know, you still can't really see around the bend. What's the fun in that anyway, right? Having it all figured out. But there's always a little light. There's a way that it shines things on your path where now, like, I can be offered something which can be and sound very beautiful, but I immediately will hear a no. And that's it. And I will graciously bow down and say, that's not right for me right now, right? I'm focusing on this stuff here. But in the same effect, I can be presented with something else, or even read it myself or whatever, and be like, yes, and I go for it, and it's always magical. And this is literally like how it gets to be. The guidance, the guidance, the guidance. Again, I talked at the very beginning about the frequency codes. The guidance to fully release them in the way that I did, in the bundles that I choose. I don't make up those bundles, guys. I don't make up any of this, right? It's not me. I'm the keeper, I'm the anchor. I pass it on, channel, conduit. I'm being guided constantly, and I accept it, and it's just so amazing to like know. It's like it's having like a whole team of people on your side, right? Like I'm a solopreneur, but not when I have spirit, not when I have God and Source and Holy Fire on my side. I really do feel like I'm always filled up with people. I mean, I could use a VA too, but but I get stuff done because I'm guided, and Holy Fire does that for you in ways that I couldn't have imagined over 2 years ago. And then empowerment. The reason, of course, I saved empowerment for last is because it's what lifts you up. And it's what lights you up to follow the guidance, to get out of your own way. The confidence, right? The strength, the will to make the moves. Because spirit can guide you all day long, but if your human self doesn't make the moves, right? We are all guilty of that, of for whatever reason not doing that. But with Holy Fire, it's like the path is clear when it's my aligned path. Not only do I hear it, but it's like the obstacles get removed when it's the aligned path, when they are leading me down, you know, these sacred passageways. Easier and easier and easier, and I'm filled up more and more because I know, you know, I'm being guided, so and empowered, right? It feels it. It's what I talk about, being filled up, like filled up with Source, light, connection, love, abundance, literally all of it. Peace, the peace that this Holy Fire brings. Okay. Yes, so those are the 4 tenets of Holy Fire Reiki: healing, purification, guidance, and empowerment. It is literally what it brings to everyone who walks this path, who chooses this path. Whether that's in sessions, you know, you can get this from sessions, but yes, when you study it, when you bring it in, that's the true soul transformation. That's the true being filled up by it, right? Banquet Hall experience. The way that these guide you, it's what we're going to do here today is I want you guys to start getting comfortable, okay? Go ahead and start getting comfortable. Okay, I'm back at the pretty music. So these all of Holy Fire Reiki healing experiences are what you would call a Reiki session, but they are so much more intimate. Holy Fire connects with you. Every single buddy on here is going to be intimately surrounded and have a personal experience with Holy Fire, myself included. That's another bonus of being a practitioner and being a teacher, is that you literally just get healed every time that you pass it on to other people. I love this work. And I physically will guide you into a short guided meditation. We walk through a really pretty forest. And after that, you'll hear me say, like, let the light guide you. That's going to be one of the last sentences. And then that's it. Your eyes should have been closed already before the guided meditation, but you just will allow yourself to sink in. Allow the Holy Fire to come into your life, into your body, into your heart, your hands, your mind, your soul, and it will merge with you, and it will give you exactly the experience that you need. Some people will have an amazingly peaceful and calm healing session. Some people will go off and meet with ascended masters. Some people have met with their crossed over loved ones. I mean, especially in this, we're in the Heavenly Banquet Hall. The experience is yours. Let holy fire, let the light guide you. Right? If you feel like you're getting your mind in the way, just say, I let the light guide me. I welcome holy fire to guide me, because your experience will be exactly perfect for you. Okay, let's go ahead in, my friends. Here we go. This is the Heavenly Banquet Hall Healing Experience. Remember that you can be sitting or lying down during this experience, and move if you feel that you need to. Just make yourself comfortable and take a few deep breaths. It is a beautiful day, warm and sunny. You find yourself walking down a path in a beautiful forest. And as you breathe into yourself, breathe in the life force of the forest. And with each step that you take, you absorb and feel the energy of the earth coming up through the bottoms of your feet. As you walk along, you notice another path going off to the right, and you feel compelled to follow this path. As you follow this path, you noticed a clearing up ahead in the forest, and in the middle of this clearing is a small hill covered with soft grass. You climb up the hill, feeling the soft grass rubbing against your feet and your legs. When you get to the top of the hill, lie down in the soft grass. Feel the earth beneath your body and gaze up into the sky. As you gaze up into the sky, you see a beautiful white clouds, and through the clouds you see a beautiful shining light. In this moment, you realize that the Heavenly Banquet Hall exists high above in the high heavens. It is a place of spiritual nourishment. You are now rising up into the Heavenly Banquet Hall high in the heavens. Here, you find yourself sitting around a large, round banquet table. As you look up, you see beautiful stained glass windows And through one of the windows, you notice a very special kind of light that is shining through and into your eyes. Here it enters your soul. This light is guiding you. Follow the light and allow it to guide you. whenever you are guided to do so, and at the pace that is right for you. Take a few breaths, bring your awareness to your eyes, slowly open your eyes, and come back. Just going to give everybody a little space here. If you're finishing up your experience, please enjoy it. And if anybody is called, I would love to share experiences with you, whether you would like to do so now in the comments. I know sometimes, typing in stories in the comments is a little hard, but please also feel free to share later in the group. Just, writing your own post. It's always so wonderful, to really see where Holy Fire takes each of us, or even the way that we get washed away in the peace. So yes, you're so welcome, Marie and Jean. Yes. This is actually, it was so beautiful. This was my second, maybe third, but second that I can really recall time specifically going into the Heavenly Banquet Hall. So I do a lot of the other beautiful ones, the Holy Love experiences I have recorded. Those are amazing. Those are the ones that really helped me heal this dormant shoulder issue. And then the Ocean of Holy Love, which is available to you also in this group. But this one, wow. Yes, I'll need to definitely go back. I don't think we did this one in class. I don't think we did. We enjoyed a lot of the other ones on Nita, and this one it felt very special. So I'll share a little of my experiences. If so potent. I love that word for this. Really, it's true. It's true to the energy. It's so potent. For me, I know I said it at the, when we were going into it, that sometimes people meet with departed loved ones, but I have rarely, not for at least at the very beginning, did I have that meeting. And this time, my whole banquet hall was filled with my crossed over loved ones. I hope I don't cry, because it was so, I was like, why did I wear mascara today? Because it was very emotional and touching. I felt, I might cry, I felt my grandmother's hand, like I could feel her skin. But everybody was there, both my grandmothers, my grandfathers who I didn't know, like I've seen pictures, but they were there, their essences were there. This little girl, Lakeisha, that I knew in the 7th grade who got hit by a car, she was there. My dear friend, it was very interesting how they were arranged too. It was more like my family was on this side, and my friends, Jackie, Harkoff, and John, were right here next to me on my other side. And my table was like, it was round. There was parts, it was very interesting, because there was parts where I had a round table, and across from me were Ascended Masters. I'll get to that for a bit, but my family and my friends, they were right here. And then there were other parts where the table just went on for miles. Like I could see ancestors, both soul and lineage, ancestors just going back and back and back and back, all of the people that are with me and that support me and that helped create me. You know, the bloodlines that had to come before for thousands of generations to bring my life into creation, they were there. Ooh. And normally if you guys were taking a class with me, we would have stopped for about 20 minutes to really write down our journeys, because some of them, like, it can be this potent and visual and taking you other places, but even when it's just the feelings that fill you up, it's so sacred to be able to record it and to take that time to really go back into it. Yes, so Jean, you did it too. So beautiful. I really didn't expect that this time. The last time, yeah, so there was, and then the Ascended Masters were across from me. Christ and Melchizedek, which are really one and the same being. It was very interesting to watch that morphing. The Divine Mother was there. Kuan Yin was there. Like light. Like literal light beings. They were just light. That was fascinating. I just had a meeting with these golden beings, and it's almost like that. It was for a private client though. But yeah, just light beings. And then so like that was so beautiful. And then I crossed over into like this more healing. They were rubbing this like green. They had me eat something. And then, right, we're in a banquet, I guess, but so they had me eat something, and then they were rubbing like this green salve all over my lower abdomen and belly. And that's really interesting because I've had something like that happen before, but it's normally when I'm in the ocean, like the ocean of holy love, or when we dive into the river of life experience. That one is amazing. That only comes in the classes, that one. It's because it's an activation of this, right? This is like a healing and the empowerment and the guidance. And when we're in classes, it's like imbued in you, right? And passed on. There's no, what did they used to be? Oh, attunements. There's no attunements in Holy Fire anymore. They are, I am like leaking mascara. It's placed in you. And it's ignited in you in the different sessions. 6 of them in total when you go all the way to Master Teacher. 2 in level 1 and 2. And then 4 ignitions in Master Teacher. So the whole experience of taking a class is deeply healing and purifying, right? The tenets, I mean, amazingly just what it does for your personal body and soul and life. Honestly, I recommend it just for that, right? That's kind of what in my opinion, right? I do take things to like better my business or my path and all of that, but in general, when I'm diving into something, I want to be the student and the healing first. I want it to for my life, to fill me up, and then it's like the bonuses of getting to be a Holy Fire Reiki practitioner and or Master Teacher are bonuses. It's all just like added benefits to what this can do for your career, for your life, for your path, really. Okay. Wow, yes, I'm so grateful, Catherine. Yeah, so good to see you here. And yes, tears. Yes, Sherry, please, anybody, yes, please do the beginning. Ooh, Jessica, dive into that. So Jessica says she was introduced to the Garundian Council. It doesn't ring a, like, I mean, do you know what that is? Because I don't know what that is. And that's like the same thing with what this guidance does. You guys might have saw me yesterday post infographic article post the Melchizedek manuscripts. It like I'll get into later about my human reaction to that, but this is what happens where it's like they are going to introduce you to things and essences and beings beings, you know, like I said, I just was dealing with this golden light being, this group of 8 beings yesterday, and I'm pretty sure these were some of the light beings I was seeing today. And you don't have to know what it is right away. It doesn't matter. Let's get out of our human head. Thank you, Holy Fire. Thank you for bringing me this Gerundian council. Please let me know more, right? More, please. Thank you for introducing me to this energy. More, please. And even, let's say, right, we don't need names, right? What if we didn't get a name? It doesn't matter. This is why, honestly, where I say sometimes specific beings will come through, but more so I work with the Order of Light, in the Order of Melchizedek. Brotherhood of Light, Sisterhood of the Rose, and called the Sisterhood of the Light, if you like. Really all the same thing. But not only do I not feel the need to go into a specific name, they don't, it's not as common as people think to be like, oh, you're channeling this today, or, you know, oh, this is the first and last name of this being that you're introduced to, because those are human constructs. Labels are human constructs. It's energy and feeling and vibration, right? Drop-ins of vibrational understanding, wisdom that comes forth when we work on our spiritual healing and psychic gifts. So I'm just saying that, you know, definitely so don't get caught up in the labels, but like specifically, Jessica, when they're given to you, beautiful. I would write that down on a blank piece of paper. I already shared with you that automatic writing, that channeling, I would dive into that. The fact that they gave you a specific name, now, more please. Thank you so much for sharing this essence with me, this energy with you. I would like to know more. Go into your automatic writing, because it'll do wonders for you. Yeah, so complete invitation into this work, my friends. I have sessions for you. I have beautiful Holy Love Reiki sessions, a 4-pack of Holy Love 1, 2, and 3, as well as a Holy Fire negative entity removal session. Very, very powerful. I don't want to scare people, but a lot of people do actually need it. We can talk more about that. But much more, I would rather invite you into this work, into this class, to take Holy Fire into your life, into your heart, your mind, your soul. I always say, you know, have it in your home, your heart, and your hands, because the way that you can feel it and just get so filled up with it being merged with your body is completely sacred and meaningful. Really, it'll do wonders for all aspects of your life. So level 1 and 2 is on September 26th and October 3rd. That is at $525 for both classes, and you get the absolutely beautiful, extensive 200-page manual, and you get me afterwards. We have a private group. You are free at any time to post in there and ask questions. It's more of an open forum. Come to me whenever you need me. That's why I created it. And Master Teacher, oh my goodness, moving forward to Master Teacher is on, we're skipping a week for time, for integration, and then if you choose to go forward, or if you're already a Reiki level 2 practitioner in any lineage, you can just take Master Teacher with Holy Fire. Absolutely worth it. That's what I did. I highly recommend it. If you are already a Reiki practitioner, you want Holy Fire, you do. It's so different. It's so much more powerful. You want it. So yeah, so 10:17, 10:24, 10:31. These classes are all day. That class is 10:25. And again, that comes with this beautiful sacred 200-page manual. And by being a Master Teacher is where you can go forth and start doing sessions like this. Not for your people, for your family, for your community. being able to pass it on through the experiences, and then of course hosting your own classes. But even if you're not ready at a teacher level, the power, the upgraded energy that comes with taking a master teacher class is absolutely, again, worth it. Like I said, for ourselves, right? It should always be for ourselves first. The rest is bonuses. So I welcome you into those classes. Please write me if this is for you. If you didn't catch this at the beginning, please go back. Please share with me your experiences. If you're caught in the group, I would love for you to create posts so I can love on your journeys. Yeah, and thank you so much for walking this path with me, being in this group, and I'm here if you need me. Much love and peace to all. Thank you as well, everybody. Love you too.